What are all of the things that I got rid of when I disconnected from the world in 2019? So, one of the biggest things that I got rid of was people that were not adding any value to me, people that were giving as much as I was giving, that were taking from me more than they were giving back. And I stopped also going to parties, going to clubs, going to people's houses to waste time speaking about nonsense that I really didn't want to speak about, things that I had to dumb myself down for, conversations that I had to settle. I canceled all of that because it was suppressing my wisdom, my knowledge, my ability to, delve into these beautiful thoughts and, beautiful perspectives. And I had to just push them to the side to be able to just adapt to everybody else that was around me that did not fit my standards, unfortunately. Like I said, these people are not bad people. I've mentioned it in the past videos, but we have different journeys, we have different paths. So that was one of the biggest things that I removed from my life when I disconnected from, the world. I removed social media, and I removed, I got away from social media, and I would do constant, frequent detoxes from them, which are never ending. Honestly, they're very essential, because if you want to stay grounded and you want to be spiritually abundant, and you want your energy levels to be extremely high, you got to protect your energy, you got to protect your space, you got to protect your mind from all the things that are just being thrown out there. So on social media, there is no filter. Sometimes you run into things that the mind, it's natural for the mind to be curious and go, and search and look and read, and then start going through the comments. And before you know it, you're getting sucked down this never ending hole of content. And it starts giving you anxiety. It starts draining you from all the good that you have inside of you. So constant social media detoxes were removed and are very, recommended from me to do, so that you guys can do that. I removed makeup. I removed makeup because, I was looking at my pictures around that time. I was starting to go through my pictures because I had a lot of time, a lot of time. I was like mental time, like my brain was just looking for things to do. So I was starting to go through pictures, and I found myself going back to pictures, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. And, I was running into a lot of natural bare face, no makeup pictures. And I was just looking at them like, wow, I was so beautiful. I loved my skin. I looked very young. I looked younger than what I look now. And then I started looking at the makeup pictures, and I'm like, that's too much makeup. What the hell is wrong with me? Like, that looks horrible. But if we go and take it back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, I would take these natural pictures and be like, what the hell is wrong with my face? I look so basic. I look so ugly, and slapped on some makeup on my face. And before you know it, I would fall into this habitual pattern of putting makeup on. And after time went on, I got used to seeing my face so flawless that when I would remove my makeup and take pictures, it would look insane. My flaws would be magnified, because in contrast, it would be, it's an optical illusion where, comparing the two, one is worse, comparing it to a flawless application of a smooth finish foundation and, all this extra shit. So definitely remove makeup. I threw away all of my makeup. I have makeup now, but I apply it very lightly, and I won't do it in the summertime. The only thing that I do now is do my eyebrows. I pluck them myself. I do everything myself. That's another thing that I learned to do on my own while I disconnected from everybody. I stopped going to my eyebrow person. I learned how to do it on my own. I learned how to do my toes on my own. So it was really useful. So anyway, so I removed, as you see, I removed getting my nails done. I removed getting my toes done, my eyebrows. The only thing I was keeping up barely with was waxing. But I wouldn't let it get to the point where it was just like, come on, sis, like, what's wrong with you? Are you a cave woman? you know? So I would go at least once a month. I really didn't need to, so I would go like every other month. But not to get off topic, because I'm always getting off topic. I removed makeup for that reason. Then I removed clothing. Wait, let me take it back. The makeup part. Embrace yourself. Embrace your features. Embrace your beauty, because before you know it, in a blink of an eye, you're gonna look back and be like, oh my God, I was so beautiful. And I not for 1 second took the time to look at my natural features and embrace them. So definitely get rid of makeup. If you're, if you're looking for something as similar as I am nobody to say to anybody what to do. You do what you want. But I'm speaking from my own perspective, how much it helped me, look at my beauty and really embrace it and love it and be grateful for it. Not everybody, has that opportunity. So I understand how much of a blessing makeup is. But when you want to get closer to your most authentic self and your soul, you have to strip yourself away from things and surrender to who you are and what you are. So yeah, then I removed clothing. I was forcing myself to dress a certain way that, like I literally asked myself, what the fuck do these girls do? Like, I can't understand the idea of putting on clothing that is not comfortable, all to fit societal standards, to put up this image and impress people around the world that can give two shits about you, and go really hard at wearing things that don't really suit your soul, don't really suit you. It only suits what you've adopted from society and the trends and everything that has been put, for you to see out there. But it does not come from you, because if you was to really take the time to get to know yourself and do everything you need to do to uncover your authenticity, you'll realize that your style and your perspective on some of these outfits are insane. You wouldn't wear it. So I did it. The last time I did it, it was for I forced myself to wear a dress, because I hate these tight ass freakum dresses. They're very uncomfortable. They make me feel like worthless. Honestly, I'm sorry, but they make me feel worthless. They make me feel cheap. They make me feel like I'm not embracing my artistic side of, and my identity. So I wore it for the last time. I think it was for Valentine's Day or before then. No, it was January or December. I don't know. All I know is that I remember sitting at the restaurant just mad at myself. I started to cry. Did I? I don't know. I'm just assuming, because I've been I've allowed myself to be very emotional. Because I used to be very tough and very like, no, I can't be weak. I can't be weak. So I had a beautiful experience that allowed me to embrace my emotional divinity, where now I allow myself, if I feel emotion and I feel vulnerable, I don't force myself to be angry and push away those true feelings. So I tend to cry more now, because I don't just suppress things. I'm not tough. I'm not being this macho woman. So I probably did cry at the restaurant and said to myself, I am never doing this again. I am never making myself dress a certain way just because I want to feel cute, or I want to fit the cute standard of, and embrace my sexuality in this certain way and my femininity in this certain way. And I wasn't doing it anymore. I refused to. So that's something I definitely got rid of. What else did I get rid of? I got rid of products. I got rid of so many things. I got rid of brands. I stopped collaborating with brands. I stopped, being a part of trying to keep up with everything and trying to have a status and get myself out there, which I half-assed all the time. I put a lot of girls on more than what I ever put myself on. I think that if I would have really took the time to really go hard at it, I would have, you know, took off. But the thing is that I always half-assed everything that didn't really come from me, especially if my own personal, you know, space was not good. If I didn't feel good and my mind wasn't right, I wouldn't sell my soul. It's just not the right thing to do. You would go crazy. And that's where I was heading. So, you know, I don't want to make this video long. Those are some things that I really got rid of that really helped me. And I just wanted to share it with the hopes that maybe you know, you can try it and see how it goes for you. Excuse me. My heart is with you all. I pray that you find balance, you find peace, you find spiritual, and, you know, you find abundance within you and not outside of you, because that type of abundance does not matter if you are not great inside, you know, if you're not abundant inside. So take care.